is I remember you took me all through this, and it was very helpful in understanding who he was when we were vetting him as a candidate. But we already know that if he can get away with it, he will. And we already know that a lot of rich people play games with their taxes, and that's why you need an accountant, is to have somebody sign whatever scheme you came up with. How does this really advance our understanding?
Well, first of all, Donald's company, recall, is now a convicted felon.
Yes.
Numerous felony counts. If Donald Trump, as president of the United States, as the person responsible for our government's executive branch, was engaged in calculated deceptions and unlawful behavior, let's go back to what Richard Nixon said. The American people need to know their president is not a crook. And this document suggests very strongly that Donald Trump engaged in years of calculated tax fraud. And if the full investigation shows that, then at a minimum, he should be forced to pay what he owes. And secondly, he's liable for criminal prosecution. But you're right on the bigger picture. We don't make any serious effort, Chris, to go after high-level tax cheating.
Right.
Only fewer than 500 of the 25,000 families that make over $10 million a year were audited. All but 10 of them were found to owe more taxes, and the average amount they owed was $8 million, and their reported income was $28 million on average. So there's massive cheating going on here at the top, and we're not going after it. But if you or me or most of the listeners try to cheat on our taxes, we can't. We are salaried workers or wage earners. Our taxes come out of our paycheck. That's right. And we don't have any of these devices.
I hear you. I hear you, and I appreciate it.
And there's a solution to this, Chris.
What?
I mean, my next book will propose a tax system that will completely eliminate all of this.
Well, you will definitely be getting a call from me to come on with that. And when we learn any more particulars about this that I think need explanation, you're my first call. David Cay Johnston, the best to you. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Now, look, the professor is right about the legalities of this, but this is politics. And I think this is the dog that caught the car. I think this is be careful what you wish for. And I think this is making Trump look like they came for him and missed again. Now, let's talk to a better mind. Legendary Democratic strategist James Carville. He joins us live from Mississippi, where he is for Merry Christmas. Good to see you.
Well, Merry Christmas to you. Yes,
man,
sir.
I think it's dog that caught the car, man. They've been going after these taxes forever. It's not like there's a note in there that says, by the way, I killed Jimmy Hoffa.
Right. Well, David Cay is like the best in the world at this kind of thing. And, of course, we found out that what we already knew, that Trump is a tax cheat. It just makes me a little queasy, a branch of government releasing, making anybody's income tax returns public. I don't know that we learned a whole lot new. And, the statute authorized them to do that. But the thing about a statute, somebody can write a statute in the future, and people would lose confidence in it. I describe myself as queasy about this. I don't know if it was politically necessary. The other thing, Chris, is Democrats have to get over it. Trump is gone. He's dead. I mean, he's a scared, frightened, pathetic old man who's just waiting to get indicted by either the special counsel or the Fulton County DA or both. He is not a threat to the Democratic Party. We've got to understand that. And we've obsessed on Trump, I think, appropriately for 6 years. Forget about him. And he's the Republicans' problem. Let them deal with it.
Listen, I believe you and I agree with you, except for one thing. Your party loves to hate Trump. And that's why they put all that money into extreme Trumpy candidates and primaries to make sure that they got the Trumpiest person in the general. They need Trump to run. He's maybe the only Republican they can beat.
Well, I think let him run. I saw a recent good poll in Mississippi where his unfavorable is 51-47. If you're 51-47 in Mississippi and you're a Republican, you're not doing well. I don't think he's a threat to us.
I agree that he's not as formidable. I think you guys want him. I think you guys want him, James. That's why they're doing this. They don't want to let him go.
Well, I'm fine. I just don't think we need to obsess on him. And I think, by the way, I think the strategy of putting Trumpist candidates up worked. You and I disagree on this. You and Dan Abrams disagree on this. I think it was a smart strategy that turned out to be a good strategy.
Oh, absolutely.
But we no longer need to obsess on him.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.